3-pointers made for both teams. Just what did you think about the shot making in that game?
That's good because I saw what Charlotte and Chicago did. So it's nice to counter that because a lot of fans think too many threes are being attempted. So it's nice to show that shooting is still incredible in this league. And I really believe as the game gets longer as far as years played, maybe there'll be a 4-point line one day.
I mean, what does it just say about y'all that the other team can hit 27 threes and you guys can still win?
Well, thankfully, Luka had a historic type night, and shows that we can outscore anybody. But at the same time, we got to hone in on defense a little better because if we want to do what we want to do, it's very important that we don't let the opponent shoot that well from the field.
Like, obviously, the result was different with you guys coming out with the win this time around, but how did it compare to the last time you were here? And what's your comfort level coming into this building now?
I love shooting in Chase Center. I mean, I've been lucky enough to set records here and have incredible memories, so I try to tap into that every time I'm back. And it's just as fun as the first time I came back, especially seeing all the number 11 jerseys and seeing the young fans and seeing how much of an impact I was able to have while I was here. Makes me incredibly proud of what I was able to do.
And we're a little over a quarter of the season. And just what's your comfort level with this group now?
I think it gets better with each game, and I was expecting a huge adjustment, especially to start the season. And I think I still have another level to reach individually, and I think we do as well as a team. So it's very exciting. I like where we're at. I mean, we got a nice homestand coming up, and we can really try and get up in the standings. But great first quarter of the season, especially after a slow start.
Part of that comfort level obviously involves like learning like the tendencies that Luka, Kyrie have. Just what are some of the things you've learned about them offensively as teammates so far?
They can take over the game at any time they want. Luka is a magician, obviously, with the ball in his hands. His shot making and his playmaking is ridiculous, especially for a guy his size. I think Kyrie is arguably the best one-on-one player in the league, and I just try and space the floor for him and knock down open shots and just play my role.
What are the differences between playing in this Mavericks offense as opposed to the Warriors offense?
I think the Warriors is more motion-based. Mavs, since we got two such great shot creators and makers, that we play off them much more. And it's on the rest of us, the guys who aren't Kai and Luka, to do all the dirty work and provide defense and shot making off the ball.
Klay, you were very emotional coming off the court after this win. How special does it feel to you, and where do you rank this one among your favorites?
As far as regular season wins, it's got to be up there, but it was just, I just wanted to take that moment for myself because I spent a lot of days in here, especially when I couldn't play, and to see Rick Celebrini, that made me happy again, and just to take in the crowd, the arena. I just took that moment for myself because I worked so hard to get back to feeling like this, that I feel like I owed myself a second just to soak it all in.
Is it surreal at all when you find yourself guarding Steph or him guarding you, or does it feel like just a normal game at that point, or what's that like, I guess?
It's different, but I'm getting more accustomed to it with each time we face each other. I mean, we guard each other plenty of times in practices and scrimmages, and you always cherish the moments you get to face the best players. So it's cool I get to say I guarded Steph, like I guarded Kobe and KD, and it's just another story I get to tell.
Is there much chatter on the court between whether you and him or you and Draymond? Or?
A little bit. It was good seeing Dre. It was good seeing Steph. Honestly, it's always great seeing all my teammates, especially the ones I won with and even didn't win with. It's just a special relationship we'll always have.
Was tonight easier to play the game, or maybe less emotional?
Yeah, way easier, especially not seeing all the captain's hats. I saw a few though, so that was cool, but it was much easier. and I felt more settled in than I did the first time I was out here.
Were you searching out for looking for 11 jerseys, or did you just happen to spot a few?
I spotted a few. That always warms my heart.
Clay, speaking of those captain hats, I mean those have been a hot commodity here. I mean they're hard to get. Is that? Do you appreciate that? I mean I have a list of 10 people who would love to have one.
Yes, I do, because boating and seamanship is probably the only thing that brings me maybe as much joy as basketball. So I'm just really happy I maybe, got a whole new demographic of people wearing that hat that might not have ever been on the water before. So that makes me happy.
Clay, sorry. I don't know when you guys got in, but what were you guys able to do, or what were you able to do on your off day? Did you go home? Like, what were you able to do in the Bay Area?
I went and drove by my old neighborhood, and then I was able to go to my friend's house in Oakland, Seth, and have a great meal. Drove by Oracle, drove by downtown Oakland, and it was very surreal because I was 21 years old when I came here, and to see the city and the town is always special, and so many good memories.
Klay, are there any signs that you're seeing early on that this could be a team that could win a championship?
Yeah, we got Luka, we got Kyrie, and we got some great young talent, so that's it's exciting.
Thanks, everyone.
No problem.